Everybody loves a winner. Sweet 16, baby. Oregon's going down next. Bring it on, baby. Oregon's going down. Hey, thank you guys sincerely for being here today and soaking up this rich business environment. I really, really appreciate it. Let me start out by recognizing among Bill, the other veterans in the audience. Would you please rise and be recognized? Veterans of the United States and Canadian Armed Forces. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. God bless America, and God bless Canada. You know, we have some decorated veterans in here, and we all owe them a tremendous debt of gratitude. The picture you have on the screen is a depiction of something that changed all of our lives instantly, and it'll never be the same again. As a matter of fact, in this room, we have people who responded to this. Iron workers and their contractors that rushed towards the danger. And I hate to put you on the spot, but if you worked on the pile, would you please stand? Here we go. Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. American heroes. Our country, our collective country, has faced a new enemy, and it wasn't the old linear enemy that we had always faced before. The epic battles of the Second World War, Korea, Vietnam, things of that nature is a whole new ball of wax. And I'd like to say that I finished this book, but I'm in the middle of it, but I think it is incredibly poignant and speaks to what we do here. Does anybody know who this is on the screen? General McChrystal. He led the anti-terrorist efforts in the Middle East. And he's an incredibly brilliant man, U.S. Army general. And what he engineered and the successes we've enjoyed afterwards as protectors of freedom is an asymmetrical approach. It's not the old, General Washington on a horse, and he's talking to Colonel Smith, and Colonel Smith goes to Lieutenant so on and so forth. It is complete and utter integration, and that's exactly what we're trying to do with Impact. We're up against a new set of priorities. We're seeking to grow our market share exponentially, and we can't do it the way we used to. It's just that simple. Here's one of my favorite quotes of all time. We had a speaker a few years ago, and he had this quote, and I love it. If you don't like change, you're going to hate extinction. No truer words can be spoken. General President Dean, Bill Brown spoke about change. I spoke about the reason we get together is the change aspect of it. So let's look at our quick asymmetrical approach. First and foremost, it begins with safety. Impact and the Ironworkers are blessed with an elite safety organization. If you have not done so already, you must engage in the safety director training. It's not a question of if or can I spare the time. You have to do it. It's outstanding. It leads the industry. We need contractors to be matched with the safest, most productive ironworkers in the world. We train them. We'll take the existing contractors and we'll dust off their skills and make them even sharper and more valuable. A greater value add to the end user. But we'll also take people who were wearing a tool belt and they decide to drop it, and they think, they're gonna, in a couple of months, they're gonna drop their tool belt, they're gonna go into business, and they're gonna be lighting their Havanas with dirty 20s, and they're gonna use their pickup truck to carry all of their money to the bank. It's not quite that simple. So we round off their skills there. General President Dean and Bill Brown talked about business development. Entirely new to us. in this wide-ranging scale. We've had the ability to meet and engage with people in Texas and the Gulf Coast that we never would have before because of what we've done. We're launching a new, dynamic, analytical, well-thought-out battle plan in Western Canada and other places. We're learning. We're adapting at the speed of business, an atypical approach. We're also blessed to have the greatest training department in the construction industry. 157 training centers, bricks and mortar facilities with well-developed curriculum. What you see on the screen here is a viewpoint piece that was written by our Executive Director of Training, Lee Worley. Everybody in this room has seen the many, many, many articles written in the construction trade rags about where are we going to get the next generation of construction worker. And Lee very eloquently stated, we're right here. We recruit, we train, and we deliver the safest, most productive iron workers in the world, if not construction workers. We just need the opportunity. It's the old adage thing from the 1970s. Try us, you'll like us. And the more we get out and tell our story, the more we're going to be successful. And again, asymmetrical approach. These will act differently in different markets, but they're all there. They're paid for. Utilize them. You know? Here's another opportunity, marketing and advertising. We have it. We can turn it around quickly. We talked a little bit in the opening video about the websites and the print ad. If we don't tell our story, who will? If customers that aren't in this room or are in this room aren't using us, is it their fault that they don't know what we do? I would beg to differ if that's what you think. It is our fault. It's our opportunity to educate them. I didn't get this way by looking at it. I love to eat. But I use this as an analogy for what we offer, a lavish buffet. There is something there for everybody. Take a look at it. Training, marketing, business tools, strategic planning, leadership training. The list goes on and on. All you need to do is hit our website, hit the program tab, and start feasting. Now, we are blessed at Impact to have the greatest staff in the whole association world. And if you look at each person on that photograph, from the eminent Joe Matos, it will turn around world-class marketing material instantly. Chris Berger, fair contracting expert. Mark Thomas, regional director out of the Northeast. Jimmy McGuire, covers the West Coast, journeyman ironworker, expert welder. We welcome Kathy Finch. She just started a couple weeks ago. I said, Kathy, have we scared you yet? She couldn't even answer the question. Cindy Quiros there in the front, Director of Business Development. The eminent Kenny Waugh, who put on that incredible exhibit hall that you enjoyed last night at the cocktail reception. Zach Gorman, our Midwest Director. Dr. Cindy Minchez, incredible leader and trainer of contractor and business training that is there for everybody. Everybody in this room, everybody in our industry. Susan Avery. If you've used this app, and I guarantee most of you have, it's outstanding. Thanks, Susan Avery. Elaine Darby. She's a tireless, competitive worker. Incredible. Dave Fusen. All the apprentices that got their per diem checks, they came through Dave Fusen's hands. Bert Royer only covers the country of Canada. He has a small territory. And Sarah Shuttleoffel. She developed the relationship with the editors of Engineering News Record to make sure that our voice was heard through Lee Worley. These people are just simply outstanding, and they do this. Please give them a round of applause. And my last shout out goes to the Impact Board of Trustees. Nothing happens by accident. You have to have brain power. There's that old book, Outliers. It's an incredible book. Why are people successful? Well, it's the rule of 10,000. They work super hard and repetitively, but you also have to have talent. And we have incredible talent on the Impact Board of Trustees. Would you please stand up and be recognized? This is the leadership that puts together the greatest programs in the construction industry. If you don't know them, find them and meet them. And with that, I am going to go to our first set of questions. So pull out your smartphone, and I'm going to make sure that I'm connected to the screen so that we can demo it. Okay, here we go. It should pop up here any second now. And we're going to go to I don't see it yet, guys. Go to the polls, click on your app. First of all, this is my daughter when she was about 3, and she asked me all the time, do you ever show my picture in your presentation? So now I did. That shaves off a week of purgatory for me, probably. Okay, so right in the middle of your screen is polls. And we have our first question there, and you just tap on that question. And it said, what is the best way to reach you and share important information? And we have very many different outlets. I picked email and social media, and then make sure you click finish. And that's what tabulates it. And we're going to be using this, not only the general session, but I beseech you, when you go to your breakout sessions, I ask that you also use this and give us feedback so that we can craft an even better construction industry event next year in Orlando. So thank you very much for your time and attention. Drink deeply the Impact well. It is there for you.